Research shows that children spend an average of 20 minutes a day with their parents and 5 hours a day glued to their devices. That's why a former youth pastor named Zach Fay created the online platform Lightgliders. It's a safe digital playground where kids can have fun and learn important life lessons as well. Take a look.
Lightgliders is a digital world of Christian faith, fun, and games. It encourages biblical faith, positive values, and meaningful conversations among kids and families. By offering fun gameplay, wholesome, uplifting content, and a safe online community experience on computers, tablets, and smartphones, Lightgliders supports the goals of you and your church by creating Sunday school moments throughout the week. Invest in the faith and values of the next generation. Give kids digital playtime with a powerful purpose, where faith and fun come together.
Well, Zach Fay is here with us now. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me here.
Tell me a little bit, when a young person plays Lightgliders, what's it like? What's the game about?
They are entering into a digital world of games and videos and interactive activities that are fun for them, but also are encouraging faith, values, and conversations with the people who care about them the most.
What made you pursue this, Zach? Where did this idea come from?
For some reason I can't fully explain, I had been burdened by a question, and that question was, how can we, in a culturally relevant and potentially global way, impact kids during what the research says are the most critical years, which are before the teenage years. The research says that if we haven't accepted Christ by the age of 13, there's a 85% chance we never will. So,
wow, 85% chance.
That's what the research says. I hope that's not true. And we know that God can reach someone at any age.
But just in case it is.
And just in case it is, we need to engage in strategies that are impacting kids before their teenage years.
And that's one of the things you say, that you want young people who are engaging in this to have strategic fun. Mm-hmm. So you actually have 4 components that are a part of this that matter. Talk a little bit about those 4 things.
Absolutely. So Lightgliders was created to be fun for kids, but embedded into Lightgliders are activities, a story, and a game world that does 4 things. Number 1, teaches a biblical worldview, like answers life's most important questions through the scripture. Number 2, encourages prayer and reflection so that kids can grow in their faith on their own at 7, 8, 9 years old. Number 3, give kids a vision for real-world service. In fact, the tagline of Lightgliders is, you were made to shine. You were made to impact the world around you in the way that you were designed to do so by God. And then number 4, and probably most important, create catalysts for meaningful conversations at the dinner table, before bed, or during the car ride home from school, so that seeds of hope and truth are being planted in kids' hearts during these formidable years.
So parents are meant to take this as a tool and actively engage with their children in conversation and just discussion about what they're doing, sitting down with them.
Absolutely. In fact, the kids are playing in the game world, but we send the parents a weekly email with the themes and the lessons and the games that week, including a theme verse. And then we also offer conversation starters to the parents, because they want to look over the kid's shoulder, know they're playing something safe and positive and faith-based, but then we actually want to equip moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas to have conversations, because those are the things that transform kids' lives.
That's what dinner tables are all about,
right? That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Talk a little bit about your own background. Like you knew the 4 components that you wanted to put in this. You understood the reason why. Where did all of that come from in your own life?
Well, I'm someone who met Christ through a relationship with my dad. My dad put me to bed every night as a kid at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You know how blessed you are?
And that's the thing. As I got older, I learned I had a unique testimony. Yeah. And I realized as a former youth pastor that parents are looking for tools to impart faith and values into their kids. And I think we all have an affinity towards whatever it is the Lord uses to bring us to Him. And for me, it was a relationship with my dad, being put to bed at night. And at the end of the day, the goal of Lightgliders is to redeem the digital time so that these quality moments happen in the home at at bedtime or at the dinner table, really when a kid's heart is open to having
everything else quiets down.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
You know, I think as a youth pastor too, God must have used your role in that area to define those 4 core principles that you wanted to be a part of this. Did you, as a youth pastor, see a lot of kids, even in the church, who were just kind of wandering through life?
In fact, the research says that even the church teenagers today are growing up with little sense of purpose, and even without a true understanding that the Bible is relevant to their lives. And so, as a youth pastor, I spent, like I said, countless hours with kids, and I felt like I was putting out a lot of fires rather than building leaders. And I think you know, the church only has 1 to 2 hours a week. Kids are spending over 40 hours a week in front of screens.
It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy. And so we want to redeem that, and we want to support the church, support families, and offer something between Monday and Saturday that can support discipleship in the home.
Yeah. You know, I think for young people today, too, sometimes we get so busy as the adults in their lives that we feel like just caring for them, you know, is answering needs. But they really need to know that we're listening to them. And this sounds like it's a conversation generator.
That's a great way of putting it. That is a great way of putting it. Yeah.
What do you want people to come away from who are investing in and using Lightgliders in their lives and the lives of their kids?
Well, what I want them to do is check out Lightgliders. Go to lightgliders.com and check it out. And at the end of the day, what we want is every home in America and around the world to become a place of discipleship. Yeah. And we want Lightgliders to be one of the many tools out there that supports that. And
you've got resources for parents.
We do. They get a weekly email with the lessons that are going on in Lightgliders. We also have a
it's almost like your Fitbit reminder. You haven't done your 10,000 steps. Get out there.
Exactly. You don't force it on anyone, but if they want to use that, they absolutely can. And we have some families that just love that Lightgliders offers a safe, positive alternative, because the digital world is crazy these days. But then we also have other families that actually use the devotional videos at bedtime. They actually use it to spark conversations, and to your point, listen to their kids' hearts, and that's where great things happen.
Well, you know, we're not going to ever keep them from this whole digital world that's around us, but we sure can have an impact on them by controlling what it is they're exposed to. So if you'd like more information on Lightgliders, go to cbn.com. And Zach, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Lots of good material here. Thank you.
All right.